Thank you guys and welcome back to Noble. This is going to be part 4, and again I am recording this back to back from the other one. So we shall get back into Noble. Again, you guys do have access to the demo of this game, which allows you to play House Sapwood up until July 6th, if I remember correctly. So let's get back into it. Oh, apparently we can fight against House Alistair. I'm not going to because I'm actually getting a pretty good rep with them, and we are way too busy. I couldn't even do that. Couldn't even do that. So we are going to see how these weddings go, and maybe Odessia will pass away, and Gilmus III will be able to, remarry and have actual kids. Because the men can do a lot more. I don't believe I can send him on that. Nope. Alright, come on. Faster than that, please. Thank you. Alright, so let's see how this wedding went. A purse dropped, no vows forgotten. We got a good one. My liege, just as vows were exchanged, the priest sneezed with such force that Alicia's elaborate wig flew into the wedding cake, launching a hidden pouch of coins straight into Idoda's lap and snot all over the cake, which is disgusting. Still disgusting. The incident was declared an omen of prosperity by the ever-practical entourage of the House Alistair. Spirits rose, contracts were signed, and Noah Berman II and Idoda sealed their union with broad grins and a heavier coin purse. I love when they basically get married happily. I love that so much. It makes me so happy. All right, how did this go? The heir arrival. Yay, my liege, as the moon hung high in the night sky, the halls of House Krankheim were filled with a symphony of labor screams, and still approved once again that they are socially inept, as they made their way through the delicate process of childbirth. With a few accidental slaps, countless apologies, and a momentary misstep into a chamber pot, does not sound pleasant, and still emerged triumphant, a little more smelly at the time, holding a baby girl in their arms. The heir has arrived, ladies and gentlemen. Amstilla II. So she's socially inept, which is not a good thing. She's meek and socially inept, but she is chaste. She's had 2 kids, but rational and jolly. That's not horrible, I must say. I don't have anyone for you, darling. Wow, that was a lot all at once again. Let's do this one first. My liege, against all odds in the suspiciously slippery dance floor, Ruda II Krankheim and Henricius II Winchester exchanged vows without a single relative fainting. Even the wedding cake stood taller than Congo II after the nuptials, if only just. Just taller than him? It was probably on a table too, but sure. A purse dropped, no vows forgotten. We got this one already. My liege, just as vows were exchanged, the priest sneezed with such force that Sinis's elaborate wig flew into the wedding cake, launching a hidden pouch of coins straight into Adina III's lap. Along with some snot, the incident was declared an omen of prosperity by the ever-practical entourage of House Sapwood. Spirits rose, contracts were signed, and Warrenlin and Adina III sealed their union with broad grins and a heavier coin purse, but happily, I might add. I am going to send you back into this and bring your husband because he's really good at what you need. Yay! Yay! You guys are starting off on a good note. Good job. I do not need you at the moment. Okay, nothing happened at the hunt. More babies. So, who would be the best? Probably Odessia. Yes. How are we going? Oh, she's cute. Alright, pregnancy, my liege, in a chaotic world of noble rivalries and power plays, Ruda II defied expectations and peacefully brought a healthy girl into the world. And she got peaceful. Who knew such a delicate flower could blossom amidst the thorny schemes of House Krankheim? I get to move over now. But we do have Wyheim and Winchester. We are connected to them. So we've got Ruda III now. Okay. Another one. Okay. My liege, during the collection, Adina III, 3rd Krankheim Countess of Gloomholm, miraculously tripled toll fees with a well-placed rumor about pirate ghosts. Really? Only to have their own purse vanish, pinched, no doubt, by that shifty ship captain while everyone gawked at the trembling merchants. You only lost 1.4k, and you gained 14.4k, so technically you gained 13k. That's still pretty good odds. I am not the best at math, but that was my math. My liege, amidst the cacophony of wails and screams, Edina the fourth Krankheim valiantly endured a treacherous pregnancy and successfully gave birth to a healthy, legitimate girl. As Gomantius basked in the glory of parenthood, they were promptly christened Gomantius the Valiant, which is a good one, right? Yeah, gives you +1 to charisma. His charisma is off the charts. Wow. His wit, not so much. But he's also gullible. That's why. Because they did that at the wedding. I don't believe he's gullible, but sure. We got another one. All right, I'm gonna send you to help with that. I don't know if I necessarily need you for that. So high wit improves. High fortitude would help, I guess. I mean, I could send Warnlin. He's got high fortitude. More babies! Oh, yes! Yes. I get to marry him off to someone else. No, I don't need you. No. You're 23. Celester, you're actually good stats. Yes. Please do that. Let's send Cetine the second to the funeral for Edesia. Good, now he can have kids. He needed kids. Let's have Emstilla help with your pregnancy. I do want them to have more kids, but they do have 2. It's not horrible. My liege, with a trembling lip and more whimpering than one hears at tax season, Idoda Krankheim could not bring forth an heir, but clung to life, leaving Noah Berman the second wallowing in disappointment, gratitude, and a notion of self-pity. Oh, she's cowardly now. I'm so sorry. You'll get it. You'll give birth. You're fine. Oof. All right, how did the funeral go? My liege, as the incense choked the air at the funeral, Cetine the second kindly surrendered their seat to a weeping courtier and spent the rest of the ceremony holding the priest's hands so they wouldn't faint. Aww, Cetine, you're just genuinely a good guy. All right, how did the pregnancy go? My liege, amidst the laborious groans and the anxious pacing of Gomantius, Edina the fourth Krankheim quietly delivered another healthy, legitimate boy. The meek Edina the fourth even apologized to the midwife for any inconvenience caused by childbirth. So now we have Gomantius the second, Edina the fifth, and Gomantius the second. Nice. Keep it up. It's really going down here. Oh, Edina. Oh, poor Edina. I like Edina. My liege, at the House Celester Court, after a night of courtly flattery and accidental wine spills, Gilbert III not only secured Alila II's engagement, but, thanks to a moonlit garden stroll, left Alila II with more than just a promise ring. Oh, he got her pregnant. Ooh. Well, he couldn't get Edesia pregnant because she was too old. But Alila, boom. Bang, bang, getting this done. That is funny. I'm going to send Satine the second to the wedding. All right, how did this go? My liege, while Ligerie and a rabble of bandits demanded the valuables, Ruda II slyly convinced them the true treasure was hidden inside a decoy chicken. More poultry. Pocketing the actual pouch of jewels while everyone argued over poultry. Now everyone seems to know House Krankheim's name. Fabulous. Ooh, let's try for another baby. Let's have Raja help you. That's how I'm pronouncing her name because it sounds good to me. Oof, ain't got no help on that one. We need someone with high fortitude. So high health improves and high charisma improves your outcome. But they're saying this one also does too. So this is for them, but this is... I don't know if I have anyone who can fit that bill. Unless one of these... It might be one of these that might have it. Because she's not even high enough. Okay. Nothing happened at the funeral. Okay, so Ruda can help. Good. Alright, how did the wedding go? My liege, after a stunning display of 4 smiles and cold, clammy hands, Gilmus III and Alila II were reluctantly bound in wedlock. You just had a kid. You just got her pregnant. You reluctant? That is so bizarre. Meanwhile, a crate of mediocre apples found its way to House Krankheim as a gift from Lila the Second's ever thrifty aunt. I was going to say, you got her pregnant. You're already whining about. Oh, that's too funny. All right, how did this pregnancy go? My liege, as the halls of the House Krankheim estate echoed with the screams of childbirth, Ruta the Second Krankheim finally expelled a squalling bundle of joy. Ruta the Second held their head high as they proudly presented their healthy, legitimate son to the world, to the amusement of all. So we have Henricius the Third. Okay. So, is anybody really good to help with this? Not really. Let's send you, I guess. I don't know how well that's going to help. All right, how did the pregnancy go? My liege, after an impressively noisy ordeal involving enough screaming to wake the dead, Dinah the Fourth, Krankheim brought forth a robust, legitimate girl, leaving Comanches limp with pride and exhaustion. Local gossip now knows more about House Krankheim than they do their own kin. So, Diatzia? That's a cute name, Diatzia. Well, he actually has pretty good stats. If I had anybody for you to marry, I would definitely do that. Okay. Oh, he has horrible stats. Okay, so it's possibly going to go to a Dinah. It might go to her. Might go to her. What was this? High charisma. His charisma. She's got better charisma. I might be able to let her do it, but I could possibly give it to someone else too. Stilla could probably take it. If not a Dinah. My liege, amidst the cacophony of wails and screams, Lila the Second Krankheim valiantly endured a treacherous pregnancy and successfully gave birth to a healthy, legitimate girl, and she survived. As Gilmas III basked in the glory of parenthood, they were promptly christened Gilmas III the Valiant. What is the baby named? Alila III. I am glad you guys had a baby. Now he can finally pass his name down. Oh no, Aurilla died. She wasn't really a family member. I mean, she married into the family, so she wasn't like... Yeah, I'm not going to do that because I don't have anybody good enough for that. And we only have one title in the family right now, if this doesn't pass down. Okay, how did the coronation go? My liege, after a theatrical squabble over who would don the late Dinah the Third's garish circlet, Stilla Krankheim snatched the count's title with such gusto that even the master of ceremonies nearly crowned themselves by mistake. Nice. So we do have two. Stilla was just, she had really good stats. Alright, how did this go? Looks like they got our money, darn it. My liege, the audacious Juna and their merry band of miscreants ambushed the House Krankheim, carriage making off with a hefty load of good 4K. Dang it. Meanwhile, tales of House Krankheim's disastrous fortune spread like wildfire, not flower, among the rival houses, although wildflower would be cool. No, please. We don't need a freaking castle. You need to have a kid. Noah! I'm just going to send her there just so we can get it done quickly, because that's really annoying. I don't like that it happens too fast. Like, literally this family isn't big enough for this. With the Sapwoods, it got so big that I literally had to keep scrolling from side to side just to get them all on the screen. This is nothing because I can hold them on the screen. So I don't understand why you think this is big that you need that. But whatever. Oh... Baron, I don't have anyone to give you to marry you off to, so unfortunate. I'm gonna have you help with that. I'm gonna send the kids, and then you over to that. Okay. Oh, you're busy because you're getting swindled. You finished? Figures. I'm sorry, guys. I clicked past that. I made it mean. My liege, as stone and sweat mingled on the castle grounds. I'm sorry, I skipped past that. Idoda squashed every harebrained suggestion from the builders and insisted on walls that actually stand upright. No flying buttresses, angled like drunken stouts under Noah Berman II's ever-watchful glare. I can already tell you which way I'm gonna go. it's this way. This is the way with the titles. It's a bigger family. I'm going to go with Ruta. I just really wish they wouldn't. I just wish they would understand this is not enough people for me to, do that. And they've said it now because he's not a, he doesn't have a title, that even those that don't have a title, as long as they're in the family, they can do that. Anyway, my liege, as Seetime II graced the feast at House C. Wyheim's estate with their presence, their cautious demeanor and impeccable manners impressed the notorious picky Maviva. Perhaps, just maybe, House Krankheim is gaining a bit of trust from House C. Wyheim. I mean, they are our relatives. I would hope so. The sleepy mother's labor of love. My liege, in the cozy halls of the House Krankheim estate, Ruta II embarked on the adventure of a lifetime. Childbirth. With an exhaustion that could rival a hibernating bear, they pushed and panted, sweat pouring down their brow. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity, a shrill cry filled the air as a healthy baby girl emerged. And Ricius II beamed with pride, though it was abundantly clear that Ruta II had once again proven their talent for being socially inept. It's interesting that you would say that, but we have a new baby. He's named Johans. Cute name. All right, and let's see. I actually think you would be good to help with that. I do need someone with a title to do that, and you can bring your husband along. Oh, how did this go? My liege, in the bustling heart of the town square, Lenasia II wove a mesmerizing tale of gilded castles and eternal youth, hoping to hoodwink Gilmas III into a fanciful trade. Yet, armed with unparalleled rationality, Gilmas III deftly dismantled the charlatan's delusions, preserving their cherished title. Good job, Gilmas III. I wish you'd have another baby. That would be fabulous. Oh, he's sick. Let's send you to deal with that. Really? Again? Huh. High fortitude. How's your fortitude? Oh, dude, you have the most high fortitude I've ever seen. I mean, he would be a good match for any of my young daughters if they were old enough. Ain't none of them old enough. All right, how did this go? My liege, amidst the laborious groans and the anxious pacing of Noah Berman II, Idoda Krankheim quietly delivered a healthy, legitimate boy. Finally, you had a kid. The meek Idoda even apologized to the midwife for any inconvenience caused by childbirth. But she finally... Oh, no. Oh, no. And then he died. Oh, my gosh. I feel so bad. She finally had a kid, and she just... I feel bad for her, but at least she had a kid and his name did move down. But oh my gosh, that is just horrible. I feel so bad. I mean, I could give you him. Feel free. Take him. It's fine. I don't have anybody who could. Alright, let's see how this went. Rudeness pays, bribes, and extra goats. More goats. See, we're the family of goats. My liege, with a glare sharp enough to shear sheep. Now we're talking about sheep. Amstilla, 4th Krankheim Countess of Gloomholm, stormed into every village square, barking insults so outrageous the trembling merchants forked over double tolls just to be rid of them. One trader, desperate to avoid another tongue-lashing, hurled a whole sack of cabbages at Amstilla's feet and scurried away. The treasury and the kitchen are now considerably fuller. Nice. 10.4k and 250. Nice. Good job, Amstilla. She's got it going on. We got one of these. Let's send Ruta. Actually, I'm going to send you for that because you don't have anything else you're doing. Oops. Sorry, guys. Click that too many times. Okay, so nothing happened at the funeral. Just, he died. Oh. Alright. Let's see what happened to this. My liege, after the visit to the House Sapwood estate, Ruda returned to their own domain, leaving behind an air of sophistication and wit that has made House Krankheim more well-known among other houses. Another strategic move in the Game of Thrones. I love how they make that. So I could get a baron, her charisma and wit are poop. Though. But she is a Sapwood, and her health and fortitude is really high. Excuse me, guys. I had a coughing fit. I don't normally have those. I'm sorry. Let's send Ruta to that because she did good last time. Okay, how did this go? My liege, while serenading under a chandelier at House Epwood's lavish gathering, Seatine II Krankheim narrowly avoided disaster, as the crystal fixture plummeted, missing them by a whisker. Bernard, perhaps unimpressed by such escapades, found a suitor elsewhere, leaving Seatine II with mere luck. Sorry. I tried. Sorry, guys. Curious concoction. My liege, in the depths of their illness, Gomantius lay in bed, tossing and turning, their feverish mind racing. Suddenly a revelation struck. With a gleam in their eye, they summoned the household cook, demanded a concoction of the most peculiar ingredients, frog legs, dragon's breath, and a pinch of pixie dust. As the steam rose from the cauldron, Gomantius took a sip of the curious potion, and thanks to their logical thinking, their health was restored. Oh, now you're sick. Everybody's getting sick. Ooh, you got really good. You got more stats than that other one, but the other one had a title, which is why I went with her. Ooh, if I had a young lady. Oh, and you're 42. Oh, pooey. Dang it. Shucks. Oh, a visit. Let's actually send you to the visit. How did this go? My liege, with a wink and a poem so dreadful it nearly wilted the court roses, Seatine II Krankheim managed to win Rolla III, Salister's hand, much to Gillimus's horror, and somehow House Salister's trading ledgers have not recovered since. I'm gonna send... Oh, you're almost ready to marry him. Oh, yay. Once you turn 16, I'll try with him. That's another year. Nothing happened there. So we could go for this Countess title. We have two. I don't know if we really have anyone with a high wit. Yeah, I don't see anyone right now. Let's see. Yeah, I don't really see anyone with really good archery for this, though, so I don't think I'm going to go for that. Ah, perfect. That's what I'm saying. I can try with that one. Perfect. Let's see. My liege, amidst the lively gathering at House Salister's court, Amstilla II kindly offered a platter of pickled eels to Walrus II, who was too engrossed in juggling golden goblets to notice. Despite the snub, Amstilla II remained unfailingly cordial. Jerk? Well, we'll find someone else. Luck triumphs over House Salister. Suspicion. My liege, while Seatine II Krankheim fumbled their vows and dropped the ceremonial ring straight into a soup tureen, Rolla III Salister dove after it without hesitation, resurfacing victorious and beaming. The crowd, including a very suspicious Aligary II, could only gape as the couple declared eternal loyalty, rings still dripping with broth. Just look it off. Thanks to this culinary mishap, House Krankheim now finds itself a hot topic in every noble's whispered conversation. 26, your stats are not good, bro. Nothing happened there. Actually, I don't think anyone... It's the archer part that I don't see anybody being really good at. Well, maybe a Leela, and then the swordsman would be Conger. I think that's about what I got. I do not have any eligible bachelors at the moment, so sorry, Sene. I have eligible maidens. Again. My liege, arrows flew and tempests flared as Leela II and Gillimus II squared off, with Gillimus II snatching victory by the width of a feather. At least House Krankheim now enjoys the dubious honor of being better known among the snobs. They lost it, but it's okay. My liege, with a flourish of blade and an ego twice as sharp, Conger II Krankheim out-dueled Finus II so thoroughly that Finus II fled the arena only to dramatically end their own tale in utter disgrace, leaving the trophy firmly in Conger II's grip. He basically killed himself. Good. Really? There's a duel between a 17-year-old and a freaking 56-year-old? Man, grow up. Jeez. Come on now. It is just disgraceful. need to use you, I guess. Okay, so you would do 42, still more for you, and bring your husband. All right, what do we got? This is so funny, because, like, literally he was the one that was in the tournament. I think he was in the tournament, because I remember something like that. He actually has good stats, and I'm going to say yes to you going for that. We'll send Ruda with as well. Alright, how did the duel go? My liege, astonishingly, Amstilla the Second and Rurilda the Second both managed to miss each other with every bolt. They sigh, leaving the local servant to clean up the mess of splintered arrows. At least now House Krankheim is being discussed, of course, mostly for lack of aim. Rurilda should be as well. I don't know why you'd argue with that, but sure, whatever. I'm gonna send her. Sometimes it comes out with the marriage. We'll see. Miraculous recovery and the missing cake. My liege, the House Krankheim estate was abuzz with the news of Ruda, the second Krankheim's sudden miraculous recovery after a curious concoction of herbs and the fervent chants of superstitious nurses. As if regaining strength from some mysterious source, Ruda the second promptly demanded a celebratory cake be fetched from the kitchens. But alas, the cake vanished before reaching their bedside, leading to raised eyebrows and whispers of unchecked greed. The servants, having grown suspiciously rotund themselves, were known to be found when questioned about this culinary conundrum. She's greedy now. Interesting. Intriguing. How did this go? My liege, despite fierce competition, we also have a babies coming, including a suspiciously radiant maiden from afar, Ruda the Third Krankheim charmed Gillimus the Second with a heartfelt poem about lost chickens. Once again, more animals, prompting immediate engagement. Everybody loves talking about chickens and goats and sheep and geese. Courtiers were left agape as Ruda the Third kindly shared sweetmeats with rival maidens, earning universal admiration. She's good. Ooh, more. My liege, in the midst of the elegant courtship festivals at House Alistair, Raja astounded the court with her boundless energy. They danced, they flirted, they even challenged Gillimus II to an energetic arm-wrestling match, leaving all in awe of their vitality. Good job, Raja. You just married into this family, and you just got it going on, girl. Get it, girl, get it. She's doing good. Alright, so let's send Yuhans to the wedding. I don't have anyone for him right now. Alright, ooh, money. My liege, during the collection, am still a third Krankheim Countess of Gloomholm, miraculously tripled toll fees with a well-placed rumor about pirate ghosts, only to have their own purse pinched, no doubt, by that shifty ship captain, while everyone gawked at the trembling merchants. 12 minus 1.4. Okay, it's not too bad. I knew I was going to get it to the point where, like, I could marry him off again. I knew she was going to die at some point. I expected it to happen. Oh, they both died. So she died and she died. Interesting. I don't have anyone to go to her funeral right now. I didn't know there was another funeral. My bad. Sorry. Too many funerals. Okay. How did the pregnancy go? My liege, amidst the laborious groans and the anxious pacing of Seatine II, Rolla III Krankheim quietly delivered a healthy, legitimate boy. The meek Rolla III even apologized to the midwife for any inconvenience caused by childbirth. And we have Seatine III, which means our objective is complete. We can keep playing, of course, but this is just our objective is complete. Well done, you've accomplished all objectives for this house. So that was the objective for this house, was getting to the 6th generation, which takes time. In Sapwood, I believe it's 50, having like 50 kids. So, but Sapwood is, their whole thing is having kids, so it makes sense. I don't have any eligible maidens for you. Nothing happened, and I'm going to send you up here to this one. Alright, the hunt, my liege, as the boar dashed away into the forest, leaving House Krankheim and House Sapwood empty-handed. Amstilla II discovered a far more scandalous prize. Ooh. Amidst the chaotic hunt, a tryst with Turnelin II left Amstilla II pregnant, much to everyone's future amusement. Are you kidding me? She got pregnant! Oh my Is she promiscuous? No! He's not even promiscuous. Oh my word. I thought sending her over there may come in with, like, she would get, like, married or something. But no, since she comes away with a bastard. And that's what they call him. Not trying to be mean. Wow, is that something else? I need to get her married off now. He's actually got decent stats. His stats are bleh. Yeah, I'm gonna try and go with that one. I'm not gonna add anything to that. And then, this is from here, so it's possibly gonna go to him. Hers is high wit, so we need high charisma. Do we have anybody with good charisma? Rolla the Third has really good charisma. I don't know if anybody else does. Let me wait a minute for that, just to see. My liege, amidst the grand wedding, Ruda the Third and Gilmus the Second exchanged looks of terror as negotiations crumbled faster than a stale biscuit, leaving no vows exchanged. Meanwhile, Aliguri the Second earned the dubious title Aliguri the Second the Klutz after a spectacular tumble into the grand cake. Oh, I'm so sorry. Euhance is pretty good, and so is Ruda the Second. Actually, let me do Euhance. I'm wondering how that's going to work out. Ooh. Ooh. Yes. Let's have you try for her. Oh, nothing happened there. Now we have more. My liege, as Maboba and their ragtag bandits demand a tribute, Alila the Third distracted them with a ruckus jig atop the carriage, causing the loot to be swapped for greater fine wine. Never underestimate the power of merry dancing during a robbery. I knew she'd be fine. Wait. No, she's just not there yet. I don't know if I have anyone for the archery. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, nobody's really good for archery, and I really kind of want you guys to have kids. But he's really good at that. I'll try it again, I guess. Alright, how did this one go? My liege, after dazzling the House Sapwood Hall with a speech about goat breeding. We're back to goats again. And bribing a few courtiers with an emerald hairpin, I'm still the second Krankheim secured Sanlin the Second's hand in engagement, though the coin pouch now feels suspiciously lighter after the festivities. And there's the baby, which is named Euthad. Interesting. And this one, Count, Corpse, and a convenient coronation. My liege, the grand coronation barely concluded before Seaton the Second Krankheim dragged a confused Rolla the Second Salister behind the tapestry and ensured they would never trouble anyone again. Wow. Ooh, we are cutthroat in this family. It's not the first time we've done this. Stepping over Amstel's rather inconveniently placed corpse, Seaton the Second announced their new title with a grin wider than the moat. The crowd, sensing it was wiser to cheer than ask questions, dutifully applauded the fresh count. Wow. Just wow. Just wow. I hope this one goes well. Oh, yes, more babies. I'm gonna help with them. More babies. Alright, what do we got with this one? My liege, after a rather tedious poetry contest disguised as courtship, Seaton Krankheim charmed Rorowis II with tales of rescuing orphan ducklings from a moat. More birds. We talk about goats, we talk about ducks, chickens. What don't we talk about? Mice. Earning both this name is really tripping me off. Rorowis II's hand in the title Seaton the Benevolent from the swooning courtiers. Good, I'm glad you're getting married. I'm not going to send anyone right now. See how the other one goes first. Oh, we won. My liege, after grappling with Isava III in the dirt, Congo the Second Krankheim smashed their shields so hard it split in two, earning them the rather unsubtle title of Congo the Second, the Brute, and the Golden Trophy, for good measure. Good job, Congo. My liege, in an archery face-off more intense than a cook's gossip, Alida II and Korova II loosed so many arrows, the butts looked like porcupines, though Korova II snatched the trophy. A cartload of honey was mysteriously wheeled home to House Krankheim. Nice. I can probably send someone else in here. You're not promiscuous, right? You're evil? I don't think I ever really knew that. Wait. Oh, because they're closely related. Here's the thing. Sometimes you will get these. Again, I tried with Gillimus over here. But because she is a Salister, they can't. Because it literally says character does not meet the slot requirements. Not closely related. So I think Gillimus is like... Yeah, okay. So that's her brother. So yeah, that's too closely related. You can't do that. I think you used to be able to, but you definitely can't anymore. My liege, at the wedding feast of Amstilla II and Sanlin II, you hand spilled a goblet of wine straight into the lap of Jocelyn II, thus ensuring House Krankheim is discussed in every corridor gossip for weeks. Please say the wedding went through. Okay. My liege, after an exchange of vows that nearly set the priest's beard aflame with their sheer awkwardness. I mean, you guys... Anyway... It wasn't this one. She has a bastard kid with someone else, but sure. Sanlin II and Amstilla II managed to tie the knot, grinning as though the gods themselves had dared them to enjoy it. And the baby, my liege, with an ungodly amount of groaning and screaming, Rolla III had a difficult but successful delivery, giving birth to a healthy, legitimate boy. The exhausted and proud parents, Seatine II, couldn't contain their jolly grin as they gazed upon their newborn son. And we have... Evawinus. Interesting. Do you have anyone in your family named Evawinus? No? Huh. Interesting. Okay. Interesting name. Oh, but we could do Ruda. Let's give it a shot. Couldn't hurt. Let's go for a little bit longer, guys. Only a little bit. Because I'm going to have to end here soon. Okay, so this one she could get with. I don't like his stats, though. No. Sorry. Okay. My liege, after a priest with an unfortunate lisp finally pronounced Seatine and Rarowis II wed a mysterious trunk stuffed with silver coins was conveniently left behind by a tipsy guest, swelling the coffers of House Krankheim and the smiles of the newlyweds. Tipsy guest. As long as they're just tipsy and not promiscuous and getting our maiden pregnant, I think we're good. And already starting on children. Cool. You are 28. You could have more kids. Your charisma's good, but your health is just bad. I don't want that. And I'm not going to do a tournament because I just don't want to do a tournament. Let me send you to the hunt for that, just to see if that does anything. May come back with a bastard. My liege, in a chaotic world of noble rivalries and power plays, Rolla III defied expectations, and peacefully brought a healthy girl into this world. Who knew such a delicate flower could blossom amidst the thorny schemes of House Krankheim? We have Rolla IV. Cool. Ooh. My liege, amidst the laborious groans and the anxious pacing of Sanlin II, Amstilla II Krankheim quietly delivered a healthy, legitimate boy. I almost said third. The meek Amstilla II even apologized to midwife for any inconvenience caused by childbirth. So we have a Youthad, which is a bastard, unfortunately, and Sanlin III, which is his heir. So yeah, she unfortunately did have a kid out of wedlock. So I can't get him as much as I would like to because we do not have enough goods. But I don't think, see, not enough goods for the slot. So it's not that she's, but his stats are crap. I don't want him. After looking at his stats, I definitely don't want him anymore. She's really good. I don't have any eligible bachelors for you, my dear. And there goes Gilmus III. Alila, you're going to go to your husband's wedding. Or funeral. Wedding. Okay, so his stats are still poo. I could... Yeah, Henricius III. I want you with her. She's very, very good. I am being more selective with who I marry now because I wasn't before. My liege, after Ruda III interrupted a hoppus with a burp loud enough to silence the entire House Salister Hall, once again, all the burping, Gillimus II, either smitten or seeking retribution, agreed to an engagement. Interesting courtship. Apparently is alive and well when etiquette is left for dead. We shall see how well this goes, because if I remember last time it did... Oh! So now you can kind of see the... what do you call this thing? The name script is literally like now torn in a way for those that are not true bloods, I guess is the best way to phrase it. I'm actually going to send her to the wedding just because I want to. Okay. We have a female. Nothing's going to go with that. And let's go. My liege, after Eudocia the second paraded a basket of wilted posies in an awkward poem, and Ricius the third, Krankheim gallantly agreed to an engagement, pausing midway only to rescue a toppled serving boy, earning nods of approval from the ever-watchful Eudocia. Wow, so many babies. Babies, babies. Go for it. Babies and babies. I'm gonna have you and you here. And you, and the coronation. Ugh, I don't have enough people for this. She's gonna be... So he wants high wit. How's his wit? Crap. High wit worsens. High charisma. What's your charisma? Not very high. Well, let's wait till the, some of these things end before we check and see. My liege, after a suspiciously lengthy exchange of vows and a priest who nearly nodded off, Gillimus the second Salister and Ruda the third Krankheim emerged triumphantly wed. Yay! Beaming at each other as if nothing could possibly go wrong for at least the rest of the day. I'm happy they finally wed because literally we tried to wed him with someone else and it didn't work. My liege, during the wedding of Ruda III and Gillimus II, an inebriated servant mistakenly dropped a heavy pouch of gold onto Euthad's lap, who graciously accepted this gift from the heavens. Thus, Krankheim came out richer. Nice. Pregnancies. My liege, as thunder crashed and nurses flared about, and still the second Krankheim survived a perilous pregnancy, but the baby did not. I'm so sorry. That sucks. Sanlin II wept, consoled only that fate's favorite punching bag, Amstilla II lived to trip over another day. She's unlucky. I mean, you have 2 kids. You can't say that you don't. My liege, as the halls of the House Krankheim estate echoed with the screams of childbirth, Rolla the third Krankheim finally expelled a squalling bundle of joy. Rolla the third held their head high as they proudly presented their healthy, legitimate son to the world, to the bemusement of all. We have Alitus. She has 4 kids. Alila, working on her. That's who I think I tried Gillimus with. He was like, I don't want her at all. I'm like, fine. Fine. So picky. Rolla would be a perfect fit for that, I think. She's got really good charisma. Yeah, let's... Oh. Didn't we normally have someone else who always did this? She died, didn't she? Yeah, she was married over here, I think. And then so he can get 68. We don't... Oh, yeah, we don't have anyone. Because... Yeah. Okay. That's how it works. I'm going to send you... And again, you can't get someone who married into the family married again. It sucks. Alright. Wedding, my liege, in a union sealed with far too many toasts. Henricius III and Eudocia II wed beneath banners of House Krankheim, only to discover that House C. Wyheim packed their chests with enough jewels to weigh down 3 donkeys for the journey home. They got married at least, yay! And let's see how this went. Count corpse in a convenient coronation. Did we do it again? The grand coronation barely concluded before Alila III Krankheim, dragged a confused Halia's god, the second Winchester Baron of Silver Valley, behind the tapestry and ensured they would never trouble anyone again. We are cutthroat in this family. If we want a title, we get it. Stepping over Gilmus III's rather inconveniently placed corpse, Alila III announced their new title with a grin wider than the moat. The crowd, sensing it was wiser to cheer than ask questions, dutifully applauded the fresh count. Probably a good choice. Just cheer her on. She's okay. Just cheer her on. Just don't question it. Just cheer her on. Okay, so he's actually pretty good with like stats and everything. I really don't like his stats. His stats are actually pretty balanced out. So I'm gonna try you. And you, I don't have any eligible boys for you. No one's of age. All right, so we are actually going to leave it there for today. This one's a little bit longer than normal, but we got through a lot. We got down to, I guess, the 6th generation? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 6th generation. And they're not quite ready to be married yet, but the oldest is 7, so it's pretty good. And we finally got a bastard from an interesting moment. And we did manage to get Gilmus III remarried and actually had a kid. So I'm very happy about that. I do want to get her married too, so she can have a kid too, because I want to keep that line going, because we did unfortunately have this line die, which was Iulabel. Unfortunately, her line died, and then Yvetter, his line died too, and I'm just kind of sad about that, because that would have been good to have Yvetter's line, but he just wasn't having it. So thank you guys for joining me. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you are enjoying my content and everything, you can feel free to subscribe. It really does help out. And you guys can play this game yourself. You do have the demo available for free right now up until July 6th, I believe. And you can only play House Sapwood, which is the family that's constantly breeding. But at least you can get pretty up to date with everything. A lot of it's in there. Thank you guys for showing up, and thank you for watching the video. Any suggestions you have for me, put it in the comments below. I enjoy reading your guys' comments, so feel free. And thank you guys for joining me so much on this journey into Noble again. I look forward to seeing you guys next time, and have a wonderful, happy day. Bye, guys!